The proof is in the pudding. Ride it. Not just this motorcycle. Any motorcycle, the best, the one and only validation is to ride and know how one feels on it. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to me. All we can do is point a general direction. Final choice, final decision is yours.
Muski,
CK?
you were out for the Scrambler review invited by Bajaj.
Yeah.
It ticked you so badly that you came back, booked, and are using one.
Yes. I had to buy one after that ride. I booked one and finally
It has arrived.
I got mine. I had forgotten how good I felt when I was riding this motorcycle. It's been 3 months since I rode it for the launch. It's when I got onto this after delivery, I realized, damn, how did I not get onto it for 3 months? I realized what I was missing. It was a forgotten feeling. Slowly that feeling tapered off, that joy, that happiness, the enthusiasm faded over 3 months, and I was like, sulking a bit. But then I got the 450 Himalayan. So this was kind of in the back burner. But that day when I took it out of the showroom, I sat on it and said, dang, I missed this. Yeah.
The mojo is back.
Mojo is back.
Not the Mahindra mojo.
That's a topic for another day. This does something to my Beja. Even the 450 doesn't do that.
That's a big statement.
It does something to my Beja. I did not say this is better than the 450. Nor am I saying the 450 is better than this.
Now you're being politically correct.
I have both. So I have every right and standing to speak about both. Haven't I earned a right to speak about this?
You bought yourself a ticket.
Yes, I have paid for it and bought it. And I have earned myself to speak about the 450 Himalayan because I have paid for it and bought it.
That will be an interesting comparison.
Yeah.
Topic for a different day.
That comparison will come up soon. Let me complete a couple of thousand kilometers like I have completed on the Himalayan. We'll come to that again. When I'm with this is my motorcycle. I don't distract myself with other motorcycles.
Muski, I need to make one comment here. Unlike other reviews,
Yeah.
where we speak more of the motorcycle, here you're speaking more of how it is making you feel.
Isn't that what matters the most?
Yeah. Yes.
This doesn't
Matter? No.
Doesn't matter.
No.
This matters. This matters. This matters.
True.
After some time, open, remove, close, use this.
Yeah, this gets done the minute you sign the checks and you're done with it.
This and this are always clashing.
True.
Yeah. You rode it a bit on the highway, city, you did some commuting also. What are your impressions?
First things first, I'm not a big fan of it on the highway. It has its shortcomings. Having cleared that out, the city, the commute, the off-roading part, man, this was simply too good. I never missed my X-Pulse.
Yeah, you have used an X-Pulse for how many kilometers?
34,000 kilometers.
33,000, 34,000 kilometers of largely commuting, daily 50 kilometers.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a very good clear picture of what you can do and what it can do for you.
True.
You're beating the same route almost every day for a few years now. How different did you feel with this and the X-Pulse? Only for reference purposes, they are not similar motorcycles. However, as a comparison and ease of riding.
This is power on demand.
Yeah, obviously.
Very simple, Busky. You want to get out of tricky situations, the Scrambler gives you dollops of power. And The low end torque on this machine. You remember I was joking with you the other day? Bajaj or Triumph must have, headhunted the Royal Enfield engineer. It has that characteristic low end torque.
Okay, they hired a Royal Enfield engineer to get the low end torque. They hired a KTM engineer to get the top end torque, and they have a Triumph engineer to get the mid range. Best of all worlds.
True. And I think Royal Enfield returned the favor by, lifting somebody from the KTM, and that's what you have the Himalayan. Yeah.
That is why the Himalayan doesn't have so much low end torque compared to this. So I guess they lost that engineer and got the other two engineers. Coming back to this handling.
Spot on.
Yes.
Spot on.
That's one of the things I like about it. See a gap, point, shoot. Don't worry about any undulation, any dips or anything. It just heads there in a fraction of a second.
The suspension is very well sprung up, Busky.
Springy, right? It's
Yes.
nice. It's got that feel. It doesn't sit on it, doesn't go
Yeah, it
flop
doesn't plump. Yeah.
like so many bikes do. It does that.
It has a easy action. The rebound is very good.
The amount of engineering that has gone into this to make it different from the speed. Visually, it is not possible to notice so easily. Proof in the pudding. Ride it to know the difference.
Yeah, the devil is in the details.
Listen to the detail. We will go through the detail. What all significantly different on this motorcycle. Seat height, was it bothersome?
No, I felt it very
What height is it?
comfortable.
825?
No, I don't think so. I think it's slightly more than 825.
I thought it's the same as the Himalayan. 825, 825.
Yeah, I thought this should be around 845,
Yeah.
Busky.
Let me sit and
Yeah.
show how
Yeah, you're able to flat foot.
I can flat foot both. I'm able to flat foot both comfortably. Very easy, and still got a little more room in my legs too.
Yeah, your legs are not straight.
Yeah, they're not
They have a
too
small curve, yeah.
So I'm perfectly okay with this. This belies the weight figure on paper. On paper, this is 20 kilos more than the X-Pulse, or 30 kilos more than the X-Pulse.
Yeah, X-Pulse is like 157.
This is
yeah,
30 kilos more.
Yeah.
Did it behave and handle like 30 kilos more than that X-Pulse?
No,
Not at all.
no,
Yeah?
no.
All this costs money. All this takes experience. All this takes technology, effort, time to make something that feels this way. What are the things you liked about this motorcycle? What did, let's say, what stood out for you?
For me, it was the ergonomics,
Yeah?
Busky. Yeah. So you sit in, everything falls into place. You have a nice open-chested, stance on the motorcycle. The switches, I like them. The layout of the switches are simply too good. I don't need to take my eye or the attention off the road to see what the switches are.
You didn't need to learn.
I didn't need to learn, yeah.
Unlike the 450, the Himalayan, had to learn the switches a bit. This was natural.
Yes.
Yeah, posture.
Posture, very natural, easy on my belly, easy on my back. Console, yeah, it's very easy to read the speed, but then the
Rest of the data is too small. Too small an LED.
Too small. Possibly I need to wear bigger glasses to read better.
That's where maybe some cost cutting was done. Value engineering was
Value.
done to bring the motorcycle at this price.
True.
What else stood out for you? Ergonomics, yes, stand out for me.
Yes. The other part is the suspension. Feedback is like amazing. The ruts, all that stuff. It's very smooth, is what I would say. It doesn't make a big fuss of it. But
Yeah.
yes, there's a limitation to it. You obviously have a 6-inch dip or stuff like that. It throws its limitation, but that's understandable.
This is a scrambler.
Scrambler.
It is not an adventure tourer or a motocross motorcycle or something to bash dirt on. Jack of all trades? Could we
Yeah, I think that's
give
what,
that moniker to this? Jack
Yeah.
of all trades?
yeah, jack of all trades.
I won't say king of none. It is excels in some areas. We will come to
Yes.
that. BC roads.
This is it.
Any day,
Yeah.
any day. If I am commuting anywhere within Bangalore or I am going out to the nearby B and C roads, the 450 will not come out. This is my preferred weapon of choice.
No, makes sense. Makes sense.
This brings a grin to my face. Anytime I sit on it, start it, put it together, let the clutch go, boom, I say, yes!
Yeah. True.
I had some comments in the section about the video I put up, what I like, what I don't like. So there were some people pointing and saying, you seem to be enjoying this more than the Himalayan 450. Actually, to an extent that is kind of true, simply because I have not gone out on a long ride for a long time. I've been pottering around here, faffing around B roads and C roads, and this is what thrills me.
This appeals you more.
Yeah, maybe when I hit the long roads, when we plan our next long ride,
Yeah.
I'll be on the Himalayan and I would behave like this again. There are a few more accessories left with Triumph for me to get.
Yeah.
I've ordered all of them. I hope I can get them. These are, I just managed to, the dealership just got a few pieces of this. Right time, right place. They were unboxing the goods they received that morning. I had gone for the first service.
And you boxed one piece for it.
Yeah, I said, I want. And I took all of them. And then I also told them, me also want the mudguard, which is coming.
The beak.
Yeah, the beak mudguard. And I am getting myself the round LED lights indicators. See this guard? I think we spoke about it last time.
Yes.
So well done, yeah? Mounting at the right places.
That's what I said, you know. And look at the pipes in proportion. Eh?
You can come closer,
Yes,
just take a look
yes,
at this.
PMK. You know, you look at the pipes, the diameters in proportion. They're like so neat, man.
Look at this brace.
Yeah.
It's mounted at the right points.
Yeah.
There are some big aftermarket crash guards which leave out some odd ending pipes here. This is the better way to go. Braking.
Braking, no complaints. Does the job. No dramas.
I found the braking a little spongy. I had to put in very progressive effort, which I like in one way because it's not that snatchy kind of street kind of brakes. So the speed, let's say for example, has a modulation of 1 inch in the operation for a scenario I am explaining. When you get close to that 1 inch of operation, then there is only about a 1/4 inch left where it can go from braking to locking. This it's got that 1 inch and then it's got another 1/2 inch of more progressive hard braking. To get this to lock, I have to put in a lot of pressure on the lever. A lot more pressure on the lever. Initially I was a bit caught unawares. Then I realized and I saw a few reviews of some experienced riders, genuine good fellows. The great Sarge.
Living it up with
Yeah, living it up Sarge. He said these have got organic pads, organic brake pads to reduce the sensitiveness of the brakes because of the chances of this motorcycle being ridden on slippery roads.
Honestly, yes, I was to say that because when I took it out on the small trails, the flat dirt, the braking inspired a lot of confidence because I was still able to, you know, modulate the speeds better instead of a stop go kind of approach.
On other motorcycles on the off-road, it's too sensitive, so I'm a bit
Will be a bit hesitant.
Yeah, hesitant to actually squeeze in a little more. This had that little more feel, and that's because of organic pads. That's something I learned. I knew organic pads are a bit not as snatchy as the sintered ones. This is an example of the attention they have given. It's very easy to put the same speed pads into this and say,
be done with it.
we're done with it. These are the things that Triumph has done to genuinely make this a scrambler.
They paid for it.
Yeah, suspension is another aspect.
Yeah.
Along with the brakes, one thing cannot change it into a scrambler. Cannot make a street motorcycle into a scrambler. It takes a combination, geometry change, braking feel change. The final drive ratio is different on this. Shorter gearing.
I find this
Peppy.
more peppy.
Yeah.
When we compare it with the
speed, yeah, as a reference. This is
but
got
that's
more
the comparison. We'll do it later. But yes, of the two siblings, when you pick it up, this moves in quicker.
Ready to race.
Yeah.
Oops, wrong slogan.
KTM will not like it.
But the same people make it, so it doesn't matter.
So,
Ergonomics good, suspension good, point and shoot. Don't worry about the dips or gaps. And the nimbleness, flickability.
Flickability is too good.
It rolls beautifully from side to side, right?
Yep.
Low speed, medium speed.
Yes. Talking of flickability, you remember when you and me were getting it back from the service?
Yeah.
You were sitting and I was sitting third gear. We took a tight U-turn.
Almost a U-turn in third. It didn't shake and shudder.
It didn't stall. It didn't shudder as what you said. I didn't need to put my foot down. Talk of the balance, man. That is what.
Another interesting thing is the balance normally changes significantly on a motorcycle from singles to doubles, because you're talking of a additional weight of normally, if it's the fairer sex, maybe about 60 kilos, 70, I mean, maybe. Talk about people like us, 80 plus. So 80 kilos is a lot of weight. That is half the weight of the motorcycle.
Yep.
So when we add 80 kilos here, it doesn't completely shoot the balance out of the sky, right? It stays reasonably composed, and still it maintains its poise and suspension.
You were very happy sitting in the pillion, and you were saying the suspension's too good.
It didn't squat completely.
Yeah.
Vibes.
Vibes, buzziness. Make up your mind. Vibes or buzziness?
Compared to what? I think a buzz and a vibe have to be differentiated. Does this have vibration?
No.
Yes. Compared to the kitchen mixie I use at home, this has got vibration. How is that reference? Sounds good. I like the reference. Yeah. Chutney. When my kind wife makes some chutney for me, that chutney making mixie has got less vibration than this.
Please.
Don't. Fit finish, aluminium components.
Yeah.
Brushed aluminium.
Brushed aluminium, huh? And look at even these welds, man. They're like so smooth, so neat.
See this.
Yeah.
Look at the subframe, the finish on the subframe. This is typical Triumph finish. Black main frame, silver grey subframe.
Subframe.
Nothing more needs to be said about the fit and finish.
True.
Top notch.
Yeah, it's top notch, Paski. I would have been happier if they'd given those hexalin, but it's okay.
For the price it comes at, buying for the buck.
Even my fingers feel the difference. This is a boo-boo for me.
You have an OCD, man. You have an OCD. The fact that you have to think, and the fact that you have picked something that is an OCD problem
Over-analyzing?
clearly indicates there are hardly any worthwhile things to call as a boo-boo on this motorcycle. It's amazing, right? You could not come up with a significant, worthwhile boo-boo.
No. Honestly, no, Paski.
Can we give it a rating?
Oh, sure, why not?
Not overall, each parameter.
Yeah.
Commuting, out of 10, what would you give this?
Powerful commuter, huh? If you were to ask me, makes good work of the traffic, I would possibly rate it as 9.
For a change, we agree. I give it a 9.2 for commuting.
Yeah.
Okay. Looks.
Very well thought out. I find the flow in the design on the Scrambler better. Take my money, 9.
9 for
Yes.
looks. I give it a 9 also for looks.
Oh, we are agreeing. But engine.
Engine, I'll go first this time.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 9.
9.
You too?
Yeah.
We have 3 9s.
3 9s, yeah. So misses out on being Nadia Comenci.
Yeah. Yeah, that one point I know why I took it away. You give me a couple of months, I'll probably revisit that again. Overall fit and finish.
Hey man, that's too good. I don't think anything that's possibly gone wrong with it. Yes, there are cost cuttings. What Okay, cost cutting is a very harsh word. Value engineering that's gone in, like the speedometer
Built
console.
for a price, which
Yeah.
is important.
Which
We
is
cannot
important, yeah.
expect Bentley quality and expect to pay for a Maruti. What would you give it overall fit and finish?
Yeah, I would, just because of those boo-boos that's there, I think I'm gonna call it 9, Busky.
Okay, I'll give it an 8.
8? Ah, wow, you've been more.
Yeah. And I mean the 8 in a very positive and nice way. For this price, this kind of fit and finish, 8. Nothing comes close. Nothing comes close. Okay, that makes it 3 9s and an 8 for me.
Yep.
That makes it 4 9s for you. Perhaps one more. Value for money.
Hey, yeah, this is value for money.
What would you rate it?
I would call it 9 again.
Dang! I'll give it 9 too. Nailed it.
Hey, yeah.
This is probably the highest rated motorcycle.
Busky, I think this again goes back to our previous discussion we had in the restaurant the other day. Petrol heads, motorcycles. I think it's just a direct correlation. I'm pretty sure tomorrow we have a new motorcycle coming in. We both will be gleaming with joy.
We may give it the same score.
We might give it the same scores.
Does it mean that it's better than this or this is better than that? No, doesn't mean anything, right?
No.
All these don't matter. He's just two middle-aged or slightly overaged gentlemen faffing on a Sunday morning, sharing what we think about this motorcycle.
True.
No matter what motorcycle I have in my garage, this will be part of my lineup. I can buy anything, hope to someday, some motorcycle, other motorcycle, whatever comes along. For the price I paid for this and what it delivers to me, I don't think there's going to be any motorcycle that can come and usurp this. So I have a feeling at this moment that this is a keeper. This is a keeper. It can commute. It can do B and C roads fantastically well. It can do bad roads, off roads, trails, mud, muck, even to an extent rocks pretty well. It is light, easy to handle, completely non-intimidating. It does not scare me, does not frighten me. I'm not tense or worried about it when I go onto some slippery stuff, whether I'll drop it and dropping it not because of damage, not simply just dropping it and making a mess of everything.
A technical error,
yeah. I don't want to. This doesn't frighten me. It gives me confidence.
I agree, Busky.
I want to go through the whole process again. I want to go for the test ride experience in Pune or out of Pune, ride it, enjoy it, come back, book it, wait, buy it, enjoy it.
In between, you're a bit frustrated with the way Bajaj handled it.
I was. I forgive. Feel like God.
Avenger!
The general consensus and discussion was this is born from the speed. Okay, the speed was designed first and then it was pumped up to the Scrambler 400. I have mentioned this earlier. I view it another way. This was born first and then it was deflated to the speed.
It's easy, no? You fill up the balloon and then let the air out. That's easier rather than making the balloon and blowing it and then blowing it to the next shape.
You design something that's the best possible for that price and that size and that weight and say this is it, and then okay, let's make something, take some few things out and make it more suitable for a wider range of riders.
That's an easier way of doing it.
Okay.
And I agree to it.